Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Enjoy the Bounty of Planning with Tonisha Taylor. So we have the cloth and paper November sub box. Y'all, I am so excited about this box. I don't know. I'm just excited. So let's just get right into it because again, excited. So per the usual, we have, it says there's luxury and simplicity right in the top cover. And then right inside we have, just right on top, two items. We have some arrow page flags. I'm so excited. I almost just want to open stuff without even taking out the box. But here we go. We're gonna try to act right. Okay. So let's open these up. This is so exciting. Y'all know I love a good page flag. So these are arrow page flags are matte. It says that this is palette. Oh, that's weird. It's 11. What does it say? Y'all, I don't know. You can read it. Anyway, I really like this set of 3 colors. I love a good, like I said, I love a good page flag, a good arrow page flag. Those are so nice. And I love these kind of stormy colors in general, but it's fall today. It's kind of gray outside. It's raining. So like, what a great day to get some like stormy colored page flags. Loving this for us. So these are transparent and these are matte. So matte is just regular paper, so you could use any kind of pen you want. And then the transparent, you have to use an oil-based paper because this is made out of the same material as the transparent transparent sticky notes and other transparent items that come from cloth and paper. And so it looks like this is kind of in a blue colorway. So we have kind of like a gray, like a light gray, and then kind of like a stone, and then a navy blue. And then here we kind of have a light gray that leans toward like a blue purple, and then a deeper gray, again, like a stone color, and then a darker kind of almost not navy, but kind of like a blue black maybe. That's really pretty. Okay, let's open up our little bag. Ooh, this is so exciting. Okay, so we have the cloth and paper magnetic clip. I love these. I need a pair of scissors to open those up. Hold on one second. Okay, now, y'all, I have so many of these, and you would think I would be like, oh, maybe I should gift these, but I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm really not. I want to believe that I could, and I can believe that I could, but I know that I won't. So let me, come on. Well, I just love these. They're perfect in your notebooks. They're perfect in your planners. Like, they're just always great as an item. If you can open the daggone packaging. There we go. Okay, boom, and boom. Okay, so we have one that's glossy and one that's matte. I love this. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. And I always flip them this way so that I can see the cloth and paper logo. I just always flip them to the other side so that I have the access to the logo because I just love that. So these, does it give the color on here? It doesn't give the color. Maybe it gives it somewhere else. But I love that. This is a really gorgeous kind of olivey kind of color. So pretty. And then we have our sticky notes. These are oblong in the color Earl Grey. These are also matte, so you can use any kind of paper you want or any kind of pen you want. They are 2.5 by 4 inches. So I would probably use them this way as an oblong. But then I could also see sometimes using them this way. Obviously you can use them whichever way you want. But I love this light gray color. That is so beautiful. All right, so next up we have semicircle sticker set in the color Manuka. These are so pretty. I have been seeing them use these on IG all over the place. This kind of yellowy, sort of mustardy color is so gorgeous for fall. You're getting them in, you're getting 4 sheets. So you're getting 4 sizes for a total of 80 stickers. And I'm just really enjoying that. That is so, ooh, that is pretty. Okay, I see us about to do a little spread, because you know, if you're new here, one of the things I do after I open up everything and talk through everything is do a little setup. This one's gonna be a little bit different because this is the November box, and the November cloth and paper box always comes with this 2024 spiral bound planner. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and show it, but I usually actually gift this planner, and that is probably the plan for this year too. Last year I gifted it to a colleague who wanted to get into planning. The year before I gifted it to a graduate student. So this year I'm probably gonna gift it to a graduate student. But I have to say, this is, now that I'm like touching it and feeling it, like this is, y'all, this is nice. Like this is a really thick plastic cover. It does the same, it's styled the same way as the España notebook cover. So when it folds over, you're gonna have this thicker portion here. But that is really beautiful. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. And you know what? I'm gonna try and move that bracelet because that is starting to annoy me. Okay. So then you have this, oh, that is a thick, this is a very thick vellum, you guys. Okay, so for my tactile people, this is a really thick plastic cover. It's smoother on the inside and has a rough texture on the outside. And then you're gonna have your smooth, thick vellum, which has the Roman numeral 4 on the front. It says yearly planner, cloth and paper 2024. And then you have your chair motif photograph, just like you do for the 2024 ring or disc bound planner. This is a really thick, nice cardstock. This is a black and white picture on white paper. But this is a nice, thick cardstock. This is a really, really nice planner. Honestly, I think in terms of material and the way that this is put together, this is probably the nicest planner that they have sent for the spiral planner. This is going to be an A5 size. So if you are a half letter person, which I am, this is half a letter So you're going to have your This Belongs To page, and then you have your 2024 year at a glance, and then you have your holidays and observances here, and then your conversion chart here, which this is useful. And you have these same pages in, if you get the planner in the disc bound, which you can look at my 2024 planner video where I walk through all of these. And then you have this sort of quote, repeated quote. This one's from Jim Rohn for January. And then you're going to have your line note page. Then you're going to have your cover page with your goals, your task list, important dates, and bills. What I do like about the spiral planner is that the monthlies are all done in this sort of black sort of band, short band, so that you know where you are in the month. And then you have your monthly. They have gone back to the bigger boxes and all of their layouts, including the spiral. So that means that because January because this is a Monday start and the first day of January is a Monday, you're getting the first 11 days of February on the end of this January planner. So because the 1st of February is a Tuesday, and then you're getting one full week. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this. The smaller boxes didn't necessarily bother me most days. I liked having the notes versus like this week and a half of random, not random dates, but the beginning of the next month. Although the honest truth is, I'll just do what I did before, which is if I have notes that I want to add, I would just use a piece of note paper and write whatever note that I have, right? So boom, write whatever notes and move on. I think I probably will like having the bigger boxes again. I don't know. I just liked having the notes. I found myself using that bottom section of notes quite a bit. But you still have a lot of note pages because you still have what they've added is a full spread of lined notes between the monthly and the start of the weekly layout. I actually do like this as well because I feel like too sometimes you have notes, especially if you're writing notes for like doctor's appointments or things like that you would rather write and like have it like this, where if your planner is open on your desk or you're opening it someplace to make other notes, you might have some notes that you don't necessarily want everybody in the world to see. And so having a way to be able to kind of close that off is nice. Now, the 2024 layout is different. She's giving us this horizontal layout, which of the layouts Cloth and Paper does is my least favorite layout. I am not a horizontal girl when it comes to planning. I am very much a vertical layout planner. So I am not a huge fan of this layout, which is another reason why this is probably going to get gifted. Even though I love how this notebook is set up. Like, this planner is absolutely gorgeous. But this layout, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really a horizontal person. And although this horizontal layout, if I was gonna get into it, this might be one that I could get into because you have the blank on the left and the grid on the right. It would allow you to separate different things. So like if you had things that you wanted to track, if you were going to use this for your personal planning, you could have your appointments and things on one side, tasks or trackers on the other, which could be really nice. If you're using it for work and personal, you could have work on one side, personal on the other. If you're using it solely for work, then you can have like your tasks on one side and then appointments on the other. So there is a lot you can do with it in the way that it's laid out that would allow you to do some visual separation in the planner, which is kind of nice. But again, I don't know, I'm just not, I used to use horizontal when I was using like school planners that you get from like your college or your high school or elementary school or whatever. All of those were always horizontal and they were okay, but I always so much more preferred buying a planner because planners that you bought usually were vertical, and I don't know, I just really like that. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm probably gonna stick with my original thought, which was that I will gift this to someone. But I do like that you have a task list on one side, some notes here, you have some additional note space here surrounding the little month at a glance. And then it's just gonna go on like that for each week. Now what I do notice is that on the month at a glance, for the current week, they have bolded that. So it is a little bit darker than the rest of the print that surrounds it. Let me pull that. That's not necessarily getting better. There it goes. You know what? Let's see if, do we need more light? Are we okay? Can we see? All right. So this is basically what it's gonna look like each month. And then you're gonna have a full page of notes and then your next month. Now what I do like about these full note pages is that you're gonna get, it seems like you're getting 4 full pages of notes, lined note pages with each month. So you're getting the first page, the cover page, and then your monthly, and then 2 pages, so a full spread, 1, 2, and then at the back you're getting another. So you're getting 4 lined blank note pages in every month. That's a really good number of note pages, especially if you're going to use a planner like this for school, for example. You're going to get tons of note pages to be able to write in any notes, meeting notes, or whatever. Now, obviously that's not enough for like, if you're taking notes for class or something, but if you're a graduate student and you're meeting with your academic advisor and your thesis or comprehensive exams or dissertation or project advisor, it is enough for you to be able to write down, jot down any reminders that you want to talk with them about, any ideas you want to talk with them about, or to set your agenda for the meeting. This is a good amount of space to be able to jot that down, or even to jot down like follow-ups, assignments that you have. This could be really nice note space. I could also see using this note space as a place to kind of extend the important dates. Like if I was using this as a school planner, I would write down my important dates would be any major assignments that are currently due in that month. And then I would use the notes to kind of help me plan out the steps to get those major assignments done. So for example, my students always have a major topic assignment due in February. So I would write down topic memo, the date and the class for the important notes or the important dates. And then as a graduate student, you're really only taking 2 or 3 classes. I would do one of 2 things. I would either use 1 page of notes per class. If I was only taking 2 classes, I would probably use 1 page for one class, 1 page for the other class. If I was taking 3 classes, I might use this front page for one class, this page for a class, and this page for a class. Or I might split the page in half, right? And do 1 class, 2 class, 3 class general notes, right? and then be able to break out, but using the syllabus and the course assignment directions, whatever I needed to do to give myself some benchmark due dates along the line to be able to do the assignment that I needed to do. So that is one way that I would use these note pages if I was doing this as a school planner for school, for college or for graduate school. All right, so all of the months are basically laid out the same. So let's just flip to the back and see the back matter that comes in this planner. So that's the end of December. We get our note pages and we start right into a contacts list. This is, again, if I was using this as a school planner, this is where I would write in any important contacts that are university-based contacts. So like my department chair, my dean, right? As a graduate student, you might need to go, as a graduate student, as a master's student, there wasn't any real reason to go to the dean, but my department chair, I did. And I was a teaching associate, so the faculty director who was over the basic course, and the graduate teaching assistants, their contact information is something that I would write down here. The contact information for my project chair. Now, when I was in my master's and in my PhD, I liked to have the same advisor for both my academic advisor and my thesis advisor, or well, I ended up taking comprehensive exams, but that was the same person. And then when I got into my PhD, same thing. I used the same person. And so that's just a personal preference. Most universities have it automatically set up where that's two different people. And then you as a student can make a decision about that. So I would use this contact list for that kind of information. I would also use this contact list though for like any other folks that I might have to have regular contact with that are going to be like school specific. So like, when I was in the PhD program, I spent a good fair amount of time talking with the dean's secretary because I was the dean's graduate assistant. And so sometimes I would have to touch base with her about any assignments that he left for me to do. The dean, obviously, the graduate teaching associate. Because I was a graduate teaching associate in my PhD program as well, and there were graduate course directors. So I would have the name and contact information of the graduate course director. So the graduate assistant, I don't remember how they titled it. It was the basic course director's graduate assistant, basically. So I would have that other graduate student's contact information in here. I was the secretary and then later the president of a couple of graduate organizations. So I might have those folks' contact information in here. So folks like that, school folks, basically, if I was using this as a school planner. And then it looks like you do have, behind the contact page, this piece of paper is blank. This is the back cover, and this is cardstock, so that is going to be kind of a white color. And then you have your plastic cover to close it off. So that is going to be your 2024 spiral planner from Cloth and Paper. This is just a really, in my opinion, this actually is a really beautiful, beautiful planner. Like I said, if I was the kind of person, if I liked horizontal, I would definitely keep it, but I don't, so I won't. Now, the question is the person who gets this spiral planner also going to get these tabs? And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, honestly, I don't think that's what's going to happen, which is horrible. So I might have to buy some extra something so that I can gift this as a little bit more complete set, because they about to just get this. I don't know. This is starting to look a little suspicious. But let's go ahead and stick that right back in here, because like I said, that's definitely getting gifted. And then the last thing that we have in here are these spiral planner dividers. Now, y'all, I'm sure you're like, Tonisha, why would you keep these if you're getting rid of the planner? I'm keeping these because y'all know I have the spiral notebook from Cloth and Paper, and this poor baby, she has been through a little bit. But she is hanging tough, honey. But for 2024, I'm gonna be in the España executive notes. There's a few reasons why. Oh my gosh, when did the page get ripped? Oh no. Okay, we're gonna try not to be horrified and offended, but so there's a couple of reasons why we're gonna go into this for 2024. One is that for this notebook, because I didn't have a good sense of purpose when I started using this one, this has all kinds of stuff in it, like all kinds of random notes, thoughts, feelings, general concerns. It's got work stuff in it, it's got personal stuff in it, there's so much happening in here, it don't make good sense. But what I want to do for 2024 is make sure that I'm keeping my work notebook separate from my personal notebook. So this one is going to I'm going to keep it through 2023, but going into 2024, we're going to go ahead and put this one on the shelf and leave this one at home. And then we are going to go into our España notebook. I'm also excited about this one because I love the fact that these pages are white, whereas these pages are cream. And so you can see that color difference. I love the executive notebook layout. It is my personal favorite note page style to use, so I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about using these in there because you have one that says today, one that says this week, and one that says this month. I'm excited to use these in this notebook to kind of divide out different notes and things that I am going to be keeping track of in this particular notebook. Now, the truth is, I probably won't use all three of these in one notebook. This really is, with the sort of today, this week, this month kind of vibe, really is more of a planner kind of thing. So I may go ahead and what I'm probably gonna do, if I'm being perfectly honest, is I may, when the portal opens for subscribers, I may go ahead and buy another set of these so I can gift it with the planner. But I'm gonna keep these. These are staying with me. So that's just what's gonna occur. I don't have a bookmark in this one, and so having these in there is gonna be really, really useful. I do have some notes in here that I don't necessarily want to share for some work things that are gonna be happening, so some ideas that are gonna be coming up. So we're gonna go ahead and just stick this right in here. Oh, look at that. It is a perfect fit. I absolutely love that. Now, y'all, did I misplace the journaling cards that would have come in this planner, because I don't see them. Do y'all remember seeing them when they came out? Did I put them someplace weird? Okay. Huh. All right, and I don't see that anything fell, so I guess I didn't get any journaling cards with this particular one, or even a what's in this box card, which is kind of weird. I feel like that's never happened before. So I might reach out to customer service and see about that. The reason why I'm looking for it is because I always like a journaling card. I mean, who doesn't love a good journaling card? But also because I was kind of looking for a descriptor on these, if these are just the sort of frosted that you're not supposed to write on, or are these the ones that you can write on? But I don't seem to have a card describing the items, so no worries. So I am loving how that looks with that just today out there. I think that is so great. It just looks lovely. Which I would definitely move this around even in a notebook, to show where I am in terms of, I would probably move this around to wherever the blank page is so that I know where the next blank page is in the notebook. And then use something like this. I would put the this month in the area where I'm gonna have notes for things that I'm working on this month. If there's a particular project that I want to focus on, I would use the this month or even the this week to really sort of capture that, and then have, so for right now, I'm just gonna put the this week back here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to not put that back there. I'm gonna have just these two in here for the moment. I also have to say, I really love the script on this, the font on this, and the low profile of these. This is really, really yummy. Just love how that looks. So I am going to just put this week one in here. And I think actually for this week, I do have some stuff that I don't necessarily mind showing, but yeah, I want to put this right here. Now, the thing that I am loving about using a notebook like this is it's kind of getting me back. I'm a huge fan of, get out of, if you're in a little bit of a planner rut, you have sections that aren't working for you anymore, or styles of doing things that aren't really working for you anymore, don't stick with them. Once you realize that it's not working, now what I do is once I realize that it's not really working the way that it used to, I do stop to figure out, like, okay, what's going on? Is it page size, page layout, format? Like, is it just that things are too hectic, or I'm too tired, or I'm stressed out, or whatever? Like, is it emotional, right? Is it a mood? What is happening? Is it just a work flow issue? Like, what's going on? And one of the things that I used to have in my planner, y'all know, I had a bunch of dividers and a bunch of sections, and I don't have that anymore right now. One of the things that I had is I had my note sections where I had research notes and then work notes. And that just wasn't really working for me as much anymore. I was finding that I was grabbing for a notebook or something else to try and figure out, like, what the heck was going on. and it was just a lot. And so I took the notes section out of my planner, all the separate notes out of my planner, so that I could put my notes into my notebook, right? And have all of my notes on my notebook that are my work notes. And then in the other room, I have my notebook that's my research notes. So I separated them out, went into using a notebook like this, and I've just found that lately I felt a lot better about it. And then I'm just using my page flags to note different notes and what's in here so that I can go back and follow up on things. Now, one of the things I am gonna note is that those dividers, if you have this original executive notebook from Cloth and Paper, this week, this month tabs that came to go with the España notebook are longer than the original notebook. So they do stick out. Now that doesn't necessarily bother me, given how I'm trying to use it as a this week kind of thing of like flip right here, because this is the project that we are wanting to focus on right now. I kind of like that it sticks out. Again, I can already tell you that's not really going to bother me, although this sharp edge might, because that is a sharp corner on both of these. And so that might get to me. We'll see. But notice that it's not sticking out in that same way in the España notebook. So it's the same size here. I do notice though that because the notebook has a rounded corner and the divider has a sharp corner, you can feel it a little bit more on the corner, but you're not really feeling it on the edge of the page because they're basically the same length. All right. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind in terms of the page size when you're using these. All right. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now the funny thing is that both of these are A5, or they're both supposed to be A5. So it's kind of interesting that this sticks out so much. I think it's really about a margin difference of how the page might be set up, as well as the fact that this might just be a little bit shorter. But there you go. So this is what came in our November sub box. I am in love with these. This is also so beautiful. So like I said, I will likely be gifting the planner and then keeping all of the accessories. And what I'll probably do, like I said, is purchase some accessories to gift when I gift the planner, so that it's not just a planner, it's a little bit more of a gift. But that's it. That's the November unboxing. That is some suggestions on how you can use the planner if you received the November box for yourself and you plan to keep the planner for yourself. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to drop those in the comments down below. I do so much enjoy answering your questions and responding to your comments, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Have a great day, everyone.